One and all, welcome back to EXE DualShock. I am Stone Cold Steve Austin, and this is the go-home show before the upcoming premium live event next week. It's Save Point, and it is guaranteed to be a fantastic night. But before then, we have an action-packed night of our own right here. Ken will be back in the ring tonight to see if he can win an EXE World Heavyweight title shot next week at Save Point. We also have Henry Rollins, our EXE World Heavyweight Champion, making his in-ring return after he took last week off. He is pissed off at Batman. If you remember last week, Batman attempted to put a sleeper hold on, I almost said Lana Del Rey. Jesus, I'm getting old. Lara Croft, and that was not a successful attempt, and Henry Rollins was watching at home. He is livid that Batman tried to use his move to win a match. But before all that, we have to crown our EXE TV champion, Lara Croft versus Rob Van Dam. That will be our first match. But before that, we need to settle a dispute backstage. You see, as Woody was leaving the arena last week as we were going off the air, Paulie Walnuts, that motherfucker, he came up from behind and he beat the shit out of Woody with a shovel. Woody was just trying to get back to his horse so he can go home, but Paulie Walnuts was not having all of that, and we need to know why he did that. We know he's a crazy motherfucker, but he's not going to beat the shit out of somebody for no reason, so we need to know what's going on. We'll go backstage and we'll figure that out right now.
Okay, one more time, Paulie. Why did you beat the hell out of Woody with a shovel?
That fucking cocksucker locked me up in the 70s. You think I'm gonna stand for that
I
bullshit?
already told you, I am a toy. I am not even a real sheriff.
Okay, stop. Paulie, where are you? We're having a match tonight.
I'm doing a fucking job across town. I'm busy.
Then we're going to make it next week. It's going to be Woody versus Paulie Walnuts at Save Point.
Fuck yourself. I'll be there.
Does that sound good, Woody?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, Tony Hawk definitely made quick work of that predicament. It's time for our first match, folks. And approaching the ring first is Robert Van Daminator, also known as Rob Van Dam, also known as RVD. He won this opportunity, hang on, by defeating Paulie Walnuts 2 weeks ago, and his opponent, Lara Croft, won this opportunity by defeating Batman last week on DualShock. This is the very first EXE TV title match in the history of Execution Wrestling. Both these fighters look stoked, and I know I am, because it is all for that title right there, the EXE Television Championship. Not just for that belt, but for the inaugural title of EXE TV Champion. You will never have another first TV champion. Lara tries to grab Rob Van Dam. He pushes her away and goes for a dropkick, which Lara evades. I don't know if Lara could pick RVD up without a bit of wear and tear. Lara Croft just isn't physically as strong as Rob Van Dam. We know that to be a fact. She has tiny little hot dog arms. But in terms of acrobatics, in terms of agility, in terms of getting height, I think Lara Croft might have the upper hand here. And that's... oh my god, Rob Van Dam busts Lara open with a punch. It's rare to say that the opponent of Rob Van Dam is the more acrobatic one, because we know RVD to be a leapfrog, flippy-dippy, Scooby-Dooby motherfucker. But Lara is just on a whole nother level. When she's doing her archaeology work, she is swinging off vines, she is jumping off cliffs, and case in point, she goes off the top rope to the outside, risking her life to get the upper hand on Rob Van Dam in this EXE TV title matchup. But Rob, displaying the strength I mentioned earlier, tossing Lara Croft onto the floor and doing a standing moonsault. These guys are, well, this guy and this girl are at each other's throats. And I guess that's just what happens when gold is on the line. I experienced it every title match I had. Lara goes for a grapple, and Rob Van Dam pushes her away again and goes for the dropkick. Lara just has not worn Rob down enough to lift him up to get any sort of grappling offense, but Rob Van Dam issuing a vicious attack in the corner to Lara Croft. RVD is in the driver's seat once again. Hopefully he doesn't get pulled over, because he is definitely under the influence, but that is not going to stop him. It never has stopped him from kicking ass and impressing every single motherfucker in the room. Rob Van Dam is just assaulting Lara Croft, but Lara has had enough of it. She goes for the grapple again, and we get a closer look at her busted forehead. There is a lot of blood coming out, and Rob Van Dam is looking to make more with that shovel. A relentless barrage of attacks that Lara has had enough of. Lara is getting back into this match. and she looks to choke RVD out. She has tried this against Fred Durst on DualShock before. It was not successful. Maybe it will be tonight. No, it will not. Rob Van Dam gets out of the chokehold and goes right back into that driver's seat. Dragging Lara to the middle of the ring. What's he looking for? He's calculating. He's thinking it over. What does he want? It doesn't matter. Lara. Rob Van Dam took too long. He allowed Lara to gain her footing, and now he's getting punched repeatedly in the gut for it. Lara misses the dropkick as Rob falls to the mat. Rob Van Dam misses the dropkick as Lara Croft gets on the way. She showboats. They lock up. A kick. Another lockup. Lara Croft, an Irish whip to the corner. That trusty shovel. The shovel, I think, is the most popular weapon in EXE. Lara fucks Rob Van Dam up with that shovel. Did you hear that noise? She goes for the pin in the corner. Can she end it right now? 1, 2. Rob Van Dam kicks out right after the 2 count. He is still in this match. But Lara is giving him everything she's got. The knee to the forehead. And she sweeps the dust into his face. She is not fucking around. And she's never fucking around. It's Lara fucking Croft. Come on, guys. Throws Rob Van Dam across the mat. Grabs the shovel again. And commences with the assault. Lara Croft is out for blood. And I can understand the mindset. You know, as a former competitor, I've said this before. Every single title match that you are in, it's do or die. You do whatever the hell you can to get that title. And especially where this is the very first EXE TV title match. Whoever wins this match will be the inaugural champion. And they can't ever take that away from you, even if you lose the belt after 2 seconds. Rob Van Dam looking to repeat history, lifting Lara Croft, dropping her on the floor, and delivering another standing moonsault that's gotta hurt. Lara brought the action outside, but she might be regretting it. That is the game that you play. Oh my god. This shit can backfire really quick when you're on the outside. And that is a dangerous game, like I said. But Lara Croft is willing to play it. She tosses Rob Van Dam in the barricade and taunts him. With the way these two fighters have been fucking each other up so much in this matchup, I think they both are extremely hungry. They are so close to this EXE TV title that they can almost fucking taste it. And they are both willing to sacrifice a lot for this title. Lara Croft with a Lou Thez press and a barrage of punches to the head of Rob Van Dam. I'm surprised Rob hasn't been busted open yet. You know, when you take into account the blatant disregard Lara has had for RVD's cranial well-being, Rob gets his momentum back, and Lara is in trouble once again. She crawls to the corner out of desperation, but Rob Van Dam, he's not going to give her a breather. A drop kick to Lara in the corner, rolls her over and hooks the leg for a pin. Is it over? Oh my fucking god. Lara Croft immediately gets the shoulder up. She is showing no sign of giving up despite the constant barrage of attacks that Rob Van Dam has been delivering. I cannot believe that kick out. Lara, she's looking to end it. It's the two-might drive. Lara Croft's finishing move. She hooks the leg of Rob Van Dam. Is she your inaugural EXE TV champion? Yes. Lara Croft. She defeats Rob Van Dam. She is your inaugural EXE TV champion. She gave this match her all, and so did Rob Van Dam, but Lara Croft ends up on top. The Tomb Raider strikes again, and she strikes gold tonight on EXE DualShock. Right on to match 2, folks, and it is Ken approaching the ring. Now, he's already got the match. Next week at Save Point, Henry Rollins is going to be fighting this man in the main event. However, if Ken manages to win this match tonight, his match with Rollins in 1 week will become a World Heavyweight title match. That's right, if Ken wins tonight, he gets a shot at the title in 1 week at Save Point. And the injuries that Henry inflicted on Ken a couple weeks ago look like they are healing nicely, which is good. I'm wondering who his opponent is going to. Okay, CM Punk. Great. Right down to business, not even going to let me finish my thought as a commentator. CM Punk, Chick Magnet Punk, Chicago Made Punk, Coal Miner Punk, Centimeter Punk, whatever you want to call him, he's approaching the ring and he is looking to beat Ken tonight. You got to wonder if he does end up winning tonight, is he the one that's going to get a title shot maybe sometime after Save Point? Now remember, if Ken wins this match, he will get a shot at Henry Rollins' EXE World Heavyweight Championship at Save Point. Now for you smart marks out there going, well, why doesn't Henry Rollins just come out and beat the shit out of Ken? So Ken loses the match and he doesn't get the title shot. Well, Tony Hawk told me that if Henry Rollins comes out, if he's even seen at ringside during this match, his title will be stripped off of him. So, Henry Rollins better keep his bitch ass backstage until it's time for his match, because otherwise, he's not going to be the champion anymore. Anyway, Punk and Ken are trading blows. They're going back and forth. As you can see, they are trading momentum. But it looks like CM Punk has got the upper hand in the early stages of this match. He taunts Ken as Ken gets back up. You know, CM Punk, where I come from, as I know him, he is a respectable enough guy, but he's very high on himself. And not in a Rob Van Dam way, he's straight edge. He goes up to the top rope, looking for a huge leg drop. Holy shit, he must have got up like 15 feet. Hooks the leg, one. But Ken kicks out basically instantly. Ken is not out of this match yet, and he doesn't have any sign of giving up. But CM Punk is willing to put the work in to wear him down and ultimately, you know, put him out. If CM Punk ended up winning tonight, I think him and Henry Rollins would have a very good match. They're kind of similar in ways. You know, they both lead a straight edge lifestyle. They're both very vocal about things they disagree with, and they're both at the top of their game. An inverted DDT from Ken, and he showboats to CM Punk, who's a bit groggy. A springboard cutter from Ken. He hooks the leg, goes for an easy pin. Oh my God, I thought that was it. That would have been a little bit embarrassing for Punk to lose this quickly. But Ken leaves the ring looking for something under the apron. What is it? I don't know. CM Punk just slapped it out of his hand. Oh, it's a hockey stick. CM Punk, a big fan of hockey. He tosses Ken on the barricade and boasts to the crowd that he is a smart man. CM Punk is a smart man. There are just times where he comes across as a little bit too cocky. But, like, you know, where I come from, CM Punk, I think he has earned it a little bit more. He's a lot older. He's a lot more experienced. But this CM Punk that I'm seeing right here, he's a young man. He's a little boy, just at the cusp of his career. But he's still battering Ken. He's still got those physical skills that, you know, where I come from, brought him to the top of the professional wrestling industry. I guess he didn't think the hockey stick was bad enough, so he grabbed a shovel from under the ring. He is absolutely battering Ken with that shovel. But Ken brings CM Punk up to his shoulders. GTS to Punk. How ironic is that? 1, 2. Is it already over? Yes. CM Punk has lost this match. Ken is your victor, and you know what that means. Ken will go on to face Henry Rollins for the EXE World Heavyweight Championship next week at Save Point. He's done it. He is undefeated in EXE 2-0. Can he go 3-0 at Save Point and win the EXE World Heavyweight Championship? You gotta wonder what Henry Rollins think. Oh, motherfucker. Henry Rollins just delivered a low blow to Ken. Came out of nowhere. He is tossing him out of the ring. The match is already over. I don't think he's going to lose the title for that, but it does solidify him as a piece of shit, even after a week off to let off some steam. Ken decides to walk away instead of get retaliation. Ken is the bigger man. He's a better man than I am. He is turning the other cheek just like our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But anyway, coming up next, it is our main event, Henry Rollins versus Batman in a submission match. Stay tuned, folks.
Hey, I'm gonna load up on PlayStation games. Greatest hits are on sale. Crash Bandicoot, Jet Moto.
But I don't even have a PlayStation.
You do now.
Mom know about this?
Who?
PlayStation.
We are back for your main event. There's Henry Rollins. Of course, he already made his grand entrance against Ken, but his opponent should be approaching the ring very soon. There he is. It's Batman. Now, this is a submission match, which means you can only win by making your opponent tap out or pass out, in Henry Rollins' case. Batman last week on DualShock used Henry Rollins' finishing move, the sleeper hold, and while Henry Rollins was watching from home, he got very pissed off. He doesn't think anyone should have the right to use that move, even though people have been doing it for decades, even before he was fucking born. But, you know, he's a very territorial man, and to be fair, Henry Rollins' sleeper hold, even though he's only used it a handful of times, it's one of the most dominant, one of the best I have ever seen in my long, illustrious career. And Henry Rollins is just teasing Batman. He's looking to rip off his mask, but he gives up. Batman is tough, though. He's not going to back... Oh my god, another fucking low blow. Henry Rollins, keep your hands away from people's dicks. Big punch from Batman. That's what you get, man. You really need to learn some fucking respect, Henry. And hopefully Batman is going to teach him some tonight. Henry needs a fucking receipt or two. And the whole roster, like I said before, the whole roster is going to be on his ass at some point. And one day he's not going to be able to overcome the challenges that come his way. Henry Rollins has done a very good job at overcoming the odds. Batman with a sleeper hold, stealing Henry's move on Henry. That would be humiliating as fuck if Henry Rollins... But that's not going to happen. Henry gets out of it pretty quickly. I said last week that Batman's sleeper hold, it doesn't seem nearly as effective as Henry's. I don't know if it's the technique or the strength or what, but Henry's is just better. Henry looking for a weapon, he gets a kendo stick under the ring, and Batman is luring him on. That was a bad idea, Batman. You're regretting that now, I bet. Or maybe not. Batman takes a kendo stick back, and he is just going to fucking town on Henry Rollins' back with that kendo stick. That shit hurts, folks. And as soon as the kendo stick is introduced, it disappears, and Henry Rollins is back on the offense, telling the crowd that this match is going to be over soon. And folks, I wouldn't be surprised if he were right. Batman is a relentless, courageous, and strong individual as he slams Henry Rollins, but there are just some things that you cannot overcome. And it seems like Henry Rollins' sleeper hold is one of those things, perhaps the top of that list. But Batman is clearly doing everything in his power to keep this match going. Is that Ken with a fucking table? Batman got Henry in a chokehold. Ken appears to be going down the entrance ramp with a table. I guess when he went backstage, he sets the table up. I guess when he went backstage, he was not turning the other cheek. He was looking for a table, maybe looking to help Batman. What the fuck? Batman just kapowed Henry Rollins to another stratosphere. Irish whips Henry Rollins out to ringside. Ken picking him up. You can only imagine what he wants to do with that table. There are not a lot of options. They could have a picnic, or Ken could slam Henry Rollins through the table. Batman cheering him on. Ken leaving ringside. What the fuck is happening? Batman leaves the ring. He grabs a hold of Rollins. I guess he's having a victory lap. Batman, with the help of Ken, has all but clinched the victory here. I mean, Henry Rollins just received one of the most impressive strike moves I've ever seen in my life. He just went through a fucking table, and now... No. God damn it. Henry Rollins with another fucking low blow, and he's beating the shit out of Batman with a fucking chair. God damn it. That fucking piece of shit. I fucking hate Henry Rollins. And he just busted Batman open. Batman gets up. Henry goes for the sleeper hold. Batman is struggling. Oh, fucking god damn it. Oh my god. Batman. He passed out. Henry Rollins is your winner. God fucking damn it. What is it going to take to put this motherfucker away? I can't fucking believe this. I'm sorry, I shouldn't let emotions get the best of me as a commentator, but I just can't fucking believe what I just saw. I'm so fucking infuriated by that. Fucking bullshit. Okay, well, Save Point, that's next week. Despite my anger right now, I am still looking forward to it. We're going to have some fantastic matches. We got Paulie Walnuts versus Woody. Paulie insists that Woody is a police officer that locked him up in the 70s, but Woody promises that he is just a toy and not a real sheriff. They're going to settle that dispute in the ring. We also have Lara Croft defending her new EXE TV title in an open challenge, and of course, I cannot fucking wait for Henry Rollins to get his fucking comeuppance next week at Save Point in the main event. It's Ken versus Henry Rollins for the EXE Heavyweight Championship of the world. It's going to be a fucking night to remember. It better be. But until then, enjoy this latest episode of The Simpsons. Have a good night, folks.